What's up, horror fans? Today we're diving into the 8 best zombie movies on Netflix right now. From action-packed thrillers to hilarious undead comedies, we've got something for every zombie lover. So grab your popcorn, hit that like button, and let's get started. Number 8, alive between Train to Busan and the vastly underrated series Happiness, South Korea has been putting out some of the best zombie content in the last decade, with number 8 Alive being high among the greats. It's a claustrophobic action horror film about isolation and survival that follows a video game streamer fending off a zombie horde from his meager apartment. Having been released in 2020, the film is almost prescient as it manages to perfectly capture the dread, helplessness, and solitude that the world felt while watching the world shut down around them as people died in their communities with little they could do to help. Through the 2 main characters played by Yoo Ah-in and Park Shin-hye, the movie shows us that connection and ingenuity can help us through the worst situations. Number 7, Cargo Bilbo actor Martin Freeman takes a different kind of unexpected journey as he traverses the Australian outback in a world ravaged by a virus that turns people into cannibals, all while carrying his baby on his back. But Cargo isn't just referring to the precious package he has to protect from the ravenous hordes. It also refers to the guilt and grief everyone carries as survivors of this post-apocalypse. This thriller is a tense race against time as Freeman tries to find sanctuary for his daughter amongst the local Aboriginal community before an infected bite causes him to turn into a monster that wouldn't hesitate to devour his own child. Number 6, Zom 100. For those unfamiliar with the manga or anime that Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead is based on, the vibe is essentially Office Space meets The Walking Dead. The story follows Eiji Akaso as a man in his early 20s working a brutally monotonous job with no prospects and a toxic work environment who's finally set free from the obligations of society when a zombie apocalypse breaks out. An opportunity he doesn't let slip by as he makes a list of everything he couldn't do because of his 9-to-5 job. It's a rare zombie comedy that captures a feeling that many millennials and Gen Zs experience while mindlessly going about their daily work routines and making money for a corporation that will never respect them. Fredric Jameson is right. Sometimes it is easier to imagine the end of the world than the end of capitalism. Number 5, Army of the Dead. Director and co-writer Zack Snyder uses his adept skill at creating compelling visuals to produce a zombie heist movie where the rule of cool is king. Army of the Dead features an ensemble cast led by Dave Bautista, Ella Purnell, and Hiroyuki Sanada that gather to infiltrate a zombie-infested Las Vegas to score $2 million from a casino vault before the city is wiped out by a nuclear blast. Many zombie stories are allegories and ponderings about the nature of man, but not this one. This is for people who like action, gore, and the sound of gunfire coupled with quips, and sometimes that's all you need. Number 4, Valley of the Dead. Almost as long as there have been zombie movies, they have been used as a medium to kill and re-kill Nazis, from King of the Zombies in the 40s to the popular Wolfenstein game series, and this Spanish-language horror comedy joins the ranks of the greats. Valley of the Dead is a period action flick that takes place during the Spanish Civil War and follows soldiers from both sides as they fight to survive against zombies created from Nazi experimentation. Director Javier Ruiz Caldera does a great job connecting the audience to the characters by giving them big, distinct personalities that make you root for their survival, even if you don't agree with their side of the war. Number 3, Resident Evil Death Island. Since the mid-90s, Resident Evil has been a staple of the zombie survival horror genre, and there have been many films to spin off from the games. Resident Evil Death Island is one of the best among them. Prolific voice actor Matthew Mercer reprises his role as Leon in a crossover that many fans of the franchise could only dream of. The film features protagonists from multiple games, including the aforementioned Leon, alongside Jill, Chris, and Claire, as they face a mysterious new outbreak of the T-virus on Alcatraz Island. With the 3D animation matching the game models, the movie feels like an extended cutscene that lets you sit back and enjoy the story without ever having to throw your controller across the room after your 100th death by liquor. Number 2. Outside this dark psychological thriller, written and directed by Carlo Ledesma, it is reminiscent of the family drama and isolation-induced madness of The Shining, but with the supernatural aspects replaced by the often underexplored internal trauma that comes with watching the world fall apart from a zombie attack. With the added note that even the world ending can't fix a broken marriage. Outside is a Tagalog language horror flick that follows a small family of 4 as they flee to the father's family farm to find refuge from a zombie outbreak. Unfortunately, their time alone in this remote location brings out past trauma, exposes painful secrets, and creates a deadly paranoia that makes the threat of the undead seem like light work in comparison. Number 1. The Dead Don't Die. Bill Murray and Adam Driver lead a star-studded cast in this wacky horror meta-comedy written and directed by Jim Jarmusch. The Dead Don't Die is a small-town zombie invasion story like Night of the Living Dead, but told from the perspective of police officers trying to wrangle in the madness. Helping Murray and Driver on their absurd quest to rid their town of reanimated corpses are wonderfully talented actors like Tilda Swinton, Danny Glover, Rosie Perez, and Austin Butler. The film is a fun time that playfully splashes around in the deep pool of zombie tropes to create a subversive and charming experience that will have viewers laughing their heads off. And that's a wrap on the 8 best zombie movies on Netflix. Which one is your favorite? Did we miss any must-watch zombie flicks? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome movie recommendations. See you in the next one. Stay spooky.